Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Ferran Torres, as it has been reported that the Barcelona's exit-linked attacker have reaffirmed his desire to stay, as he recently said, "My plan is to continue at Barca." We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking on this other report claiming that Barca have decided against executing the buy option for this 18-year-old Brazilian winger by name Angelo Gabriel, who plays for Santos FC. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, endeavor to hit the subscribe button. If you are just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcomed. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Even as he continues to be linked with a summer departure, FC Barcelona forward Ferran Torres had stated that he is very happy at the club and he is not even planning on leaving anytime soon. Torres has been at the club for around 18 months now, having joined from Manchester City in January last year. However, the move has not worked out as expected for the club, as the 23-year-old has been unable to make a major impact thus far. Torres finished last year's campaign with just 4 goals and 33 La Liga appearances, which are hardly impressive numbers for a player on whom Barca spent up to 55 million euros amid financial crisis. Now, given that the Catalan giants need to cut their operating costs as well as generate some revenue, player sales have become necessary, and Torres has been earmarked as one of the priority candidates for an exit this summer. There are suitors from the Premier League for the former Manchester City A's, with Newcastle United and more recently Aston Villa taking an interest. The latter are said to be willing to take him on loan for a season with a 25 million euro buy option. However, Torres has come out and stated that he has no intentions of leaving Barcelona at this time, as he is very happy at the club. He said, "I can't wait to continue at Barcelona. I'm really happy at Barca and my plan is to continue here at the club," he told Gigantes FC. When asked about any possible offers he had received, Ferran Torres replied, "I don't know because I have my cell phone in airplane mode and I don't get messages. On July 10th, I joined and my bet is Barca and Barca." Furthermore, the Spanish attacker insisted that he wishes to prove that he is a very good player. He can make important contributions to the team as well. He said, "I want to show while I am a very good player. I know I haven't been able to prove it yet. Although when I arrived, I helped so that the team ended up qualifying for the Champions League. I had a very good game," he said. This sort of reluctance from Torres, as well as fellow forward Ansu Fati to leave the club in the summer, is putting a huge roadblock in Barcelona's transfer plans. Until they make some sales, the Blaugrana are not in a position to spend on new signings, making things trickier for them to operate in the market. Very, very trickier for us indeed. Ferran Torres again have come out publicly in an interview, as we have heard him say he is not leaving Barca. What he has now on his head is all about Barca, Barca, and Barca. And why won't he put his phone on airplane mode when he knows that things will be coming for him to leave? Because he himself admitted that his phone is always on airplane mode, and you understand that. Ferran Torres, honestly, I don't know why he keeps insisting. Of course, we know that he really wanted to come to Barca. That is why he left City, because of lack of game time. And last season, we saw this very player crying lack of game time. He still cried again lack of game time because he's out of form, and he definitely understands that. And if not for Barca going through some financial turmoil, I don't think Barca could have even sell him, or they could have just given him another chance, because you just can't sell players after one season of bad form. He's a good player. Ferran is a good player. We have seen the likes of Ferran in Valencia, City especially. He's a guy who knows to score, but I don't understand what's happening. Ferran under Xavi has been a disaster. And everybody have the right to say Ferran should be sold because Barca are in desperate need to sell, and you don't expect Barca to keep such players in the team when they don't deliver and we are going through hell. We can't sign players because some players are stubborn to leave, you know. So Ferran is still insisting, and this shouldn't even come as a big shock because uh, reports over the past week have been saying the same, that Ferran as well as Ansu Fati does not see it as a big decision or a right decision for them to leave. They want to stay and succeed. They want to prove the fans wrong. They want to prove Xavi wrong that they are quality players. They don't want to live with tails between legs, like they don't know what they were doing and they were kicked out of the club because they were a big mess last season. I think that's their point of view. But what we are currently going through at Barca is really terrible. We can't sign any more players. Apart from Ilkay Gundogan, whose signing is official, there's no space again. There is no space. Even the Ilkay Gundogan who have been officially signed, Barca can't even register him as it stands. If La Liga was to start today, Gundogan will not play any match because he's not registered, and you can understand the kind of the way in fact the severity of the situation is terrible. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, Barcelona have decided not to execute the purchase option of all the right of the first refusal of Santos FC winger Angelo Gabriel, who is likely to join Premier League club this summer, according to Joaquin Piera of Sport. The 18-year-old Santos boy is regarded as one of the most exciting talents in Brazil and has already made some close to 130 senior appearances despite his very young age. He has 5 goals, 10 assists to show for this season. Barca have had their eyes on Gabriel for a long time and had even secured a purchase option and a right for first refusal for the left-footed winger with Santos back in 2022. Defender Kaiki Fernandez too was part of a similar agreement between the two clubs, but Barca decided against activating either clause for him last summer when he joined Almeria. And now La Liga champions have decided against executing the buy option or the right of first refusal for Angelo Gabriel, as well as despite having tested the possibility of this arrival in January earlier this year. Having come so close to signing for Nottingham Forest in the winter window, the 18-year-old is now bound to sign for Chelsea, as per reports, with the Blues likely to shell out around 15 million for the winger's services before loaning him out. If Barca were not struggling with financial fair play, the picture could have been different and they might have opted to make a move for Gabriel. However, given the current circumstances, the 18-year-old does not feature in the club's transfer plans. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.